let him, discuss it, but, I talked to the team, addressed the team in the meeting, team meeting, and, I feel like I was just uplifted, though.
What happened? You missed the meeting. You missed the meeting.
No, I'll let KO talk about it.
I misspoke. When that happened, though, were you worried that you wouldn't be playing in this game?
Hell yeah.
And so how did that conversation go?
Like I said, I'll let KO, go into details about it, but, I owned up to it and, just kept it moving.
So what was your mindset like when you come on the field? You're not playing in the first quarter. I'm guessing you knew that ahead of time. But, what's your mindset?
Mindset is, whenever I get out there, I got to make a play.
Did you know it was going to be just the first quarter, or did you think was there a given time limit?
No, I wasn't really too sure. I just knew I was going to be ready whenever I was in there.
What was your mindset? You're on the sideline, jogging and stretching.
Yeah, just staying ready. Watching the guys go out there and make plays. It just keep me motivated.
So what a day for you to go from that to how you just won the game.
Yeah, man. I needed to be there for my team. You know what I'm saying? That's all I can say.
I know you scored a touchdown before, but did you have any different feeling after this one?
Of course, it was the game winner.
Well,
so
in addition,
Nah, I mean, just going out there and being there for the squad. That's all it was.
Did you take the street last split?
Yeah, I had an Omaha route. Converse versus cover 2. They went cover 2, made a good release, and the ball was on the money. Shout out to Carson.
You said you talked to the team. What did you say to them? What was your message to your team?
Keep it in house. Keep it in house.
Did you, just given the suspension and everything, how bad did you feel, I guess, that you were in the position that you were speaking to the team?
Was that?
How bad did you feel just that you were in the position where you had to speak to the team?
I never let my teammates down. They always there for me. So I'm gonna make sure I'm always there for them. And then when they needed me most, I was there.
Thanks, everybody. Thank you, Jordan.
Yeah. Appreciate your time.
A more beautiful, ugly win than this one.
Yeah, I would say that the London game in 22 with the double doink, that was ugly. Yeah, so it's the National Football League. These games are hard, especially with the situation we were in. Being overseas for 2 weeks, but we found a way to get a win, and that just shows the strength of this team and how connected we are.
That is the amazing thing, is how you guys put it together. The defense asked to stop them numerous times to give the offense a shot. How did you guys keep that fire on your side of the ball?
Obviously, we knew what kind of game it was going to be. We knew it was going to be a defensive battle. We knew that whoever get the most stops, whoever's in that crunch time, in those situations where the game matters the most, whoever can get that stop and make a play to help the team, build momentum to win the game was going to do it. So once that fourth quarter hit, man, we knew we couldn't give up no more points. It wasn't a good day on defense, but that fourth quarter, man, we played all together and they helped out.
Was there something said on the sideline? Do you guys say, look, we'll get it back for you guys?
I think it's just more of an understanding that we know if we give our offense a chance, that they'll put the ball in the end zone. So we just knew as a defense, we just had to keep playing our game, getting them off the field, and our offense was going to do the rest.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
Unfortunately, been here a long time, and we haven't had a whole lot of luck on the offensive line, injury-wise. So, but yeah, I think that's always been a thing. Is in this league, you have to have a next man up mentality. Unfortunately, but you do it, and you find a way. You figure out how to mesh that group together, and give yourself opportunities to still push the ball down the field and win games.
Yeah, it looked like Carson was pretty hurt at halftime. Just the mental fortitude it took for him to come back in and win the game. Is what I would say about it.
Yeah, after the last few weeks, you knew he was tough. Just taking those hits, staying in the game, staying in the pocket, and continue to take them. Not a lot of quarterbacks are willing to do that. They get hit a few times, and then they start, getting antsy and throwing the ball away and things like that. So just his toughness has showed up the last few weeks, and no different today, obviously. And so when you have a guy like that that's willing to sit back there and take hits for you, you kind of see it the next day as a receiver. Usually you're running, you don't see him. But you see it the next day, you say, all right, I'm going to get open for this guy. Yeah, there's a reason why he's the best receiver in the world. He makes those plays with guys all over him. He makes it with a lot of attention, and he makes it in the biggest moments, right? Those are all things that make him the best in the world, and I don't think there's an argument there.
How about the motivation on that last drive where you knew despite all the shooting yourselves in the foot all day long, you had a chance to finish this off, and you guys were perfect.
Yeah, I feel like obviously a lot of credit to their defense. They're a great defense and well coached. So nothing against them, but I feel like the entire day when we stayed ahead of schedule, we didn't have penalties, we didn't turn the ball over, we were able to move the ball. And so we kind of had that mentality going into the last few drives of, hey, just like take care of the football and don't get behind schedule, don't get penalties, and we're going to move this right down the field.
Was it a kind of like, if we get one more chance, we can do this kind of attitude on the sideline with you guys, because the defense kept giving you times to knock on the door?
Yeah, it's the greatest team game there is for a reason, right? Like sometimes the offense doesn't play well and the defense plays great and gives you a chance, just like tonight. And sometimes it's opposite. But at the end of the day, you got to find a way to win. And wins are so huge in this league. Doesn't matter who you're playing, doesn't matter their record, doesn't matter what part of the season you are. These wins matter so much, and that's why this game's so great.
Awesome. Thank you.
I think it's only my. Oh, it is my third. It is. Yeah, it is. But it's my only touchdown. Yeah.
You're the first NFL team to play back-to-back international games. How's the week gone for you?
It's been a long one. It's been a long one, but obviously we're grateful to be here. We're grateful to get the W, and even more happy to be going back home.
And you NFL players are creatures of habit. So how did it affect you guys this week, breaking that natural routine?
Like I said, it was a challenge. It wasn't. I'm not gonna say it was easy being out of our comfort zone, but we were up for the challenge, and we got the W.
So how long do you have this play in your pocket?
Probably 2 days. Yeah, probably just since Wednesday, Thursday.
So and you directly feel comfortable with it?
Yeah. Anything on the grass I can do, man. Anything on the grass.
Does that make you the emergency quarterback today?
Yeah. I had a helmet ready for me with speakers in it, so.
What did you put in practice for any of that?
Zero.
Yeah,
man. Yeah. It's all about being ready. Preparation. So I was ready. Perfect. Shout out to my wide receiver 1.
How crazy was this, the way the team just stayed together despite all the things that were holding you sideways? You guys came through.
I don't think it was crazy. I think it's what we work to do. I think that's why we're a team. That's what team mean. Through the hard times, through the adversity, stick together. And KO said in the meeting last night, the main thing we need to be is connected. So we were connected through the whole game.
Awesome. Congratulations. Keep it together. You know, you're going sideways, you make a good play, and then all of a sudden there's a piece of laundry on the field. You got to go backwards. But that last drive, that was perfection by you guys.
It really comes down to the fact that I don't think we were never apart from them to begin with, and that we were always connected. I was Coach's big selling point this week. That we need to be connected, and that's what we've been, even through our losses and how we responded, and just coming off of last week, and being in Hanbury Manor the whole week, and going through the practice and whatnot, and just being connected with our coaches, each other, and just getting the amount of sleep that we needed. Everything was on point, and we did what we needed to do, and we all trusted one another to go out there, no matter what the who, like I said, next man up mentality, no matter what it was, no matter the situation, that we could go out there and do what we needed to do. And I have complete trust in KO. I have complete trust in my teammates, my coaches. I know they have complete trust in each other, me. So it really just comes down to us being connected. And even though if we don't have a play that goes our way, like you said, some laundry on the field, we got to go back. Maybe take 3 steps forward, 2 steps back. We just got to keep going, and we slowly just grind them down.
Right. When you guys saw the defense stopping them time after time, was it kind of on the sideline like, look, boys, we put together one drive, we can take this thing here?
No, absolutely. We have to. I think we got one of the best defenses in the league. With the amount of players that we have, we have to make use of those defensive stops. We got to take advantage of them. And we knew that the defense was going to do what they needed to do. Flo had them on point. And so when that happens, we just got to come out there, make the most of it, and that's what we did. Even on plays where we might have gone to 3 and out, we had to go back out there and do the same thing. That's what it's all about. Just keep going over and over and over.
How big a win is this to wrap this trip up, get the win, go into the bye, and you're over 500?
I think it's a huge win, especially, going to that last 2-minute drive, I was thinking to myself, where would you rather be? It's like 2 minutes. We're in London playing the Browns, one of the best defenses in the league, with the D-line and those DNs, and it was just great. And I think going into the bye, it's great for everyone all around. Allow some injured guys to get healthy, get back. Players who are out there, especially I think Joe, giving them more confidence to go out there that he can do that each and every game for the coming weeks. But yeah, I think it's great for the whole team. And there's nothing better than a win, especially being about 500.
Orchestrating a day was this for you guys? Just trying to get things going and offensively, just things kept popping up, but you never lost belief that you could pull this up.
Yeah, I think that's just the culture that we built here. It's just being the most connected group in the league and just really having that belief until the end. We have all 60 minutes on the clock, and so we were moving the ball there for a little bit in the beginning. Came out in the second half, scored. We obviously, our second drive, we scored a touchdown to Josh, and then things just it was just hit or miss for us, and our defense put us in a good position at the end to make it a game, and obviously that last drive was Carson just trusting in us as receivers and getting the ball out, and obviously J.A. scoring that touch at the end. So it just says a lot about this locker room, the belief, the execution when we need to have it.
Well, that's the thing. Like when you guys saw the defense stop them and give you that one last crack, how excited were you guys to go, yeah, all right, this is where we can finish it. These guys have teed it up for us one more time. Let's do it.
Yeah, I think that's something that, we wanted to obviously be able to do is go down there and score. Last week we weren't able to do it, and, having that and really, frustrated throughout the week, and then coming in and we get another op, and that's just this team. We're gonna try to take advantage when we can, and that's what we did.
And now finally getting over 500 to end this odyssey. How nice is this going to make this plane ride back to Minnesota?
It obviously makes it a lot better. This group is connected. We've been hanging out all week, and I think everybody's excited for the plane ride home.
Thanks. Josh, just about the way this team had to fight all day today, and the numerous opportunities that you had just couldn't quite finish it off, and then that last drive you put it all together. What was different about that final drive in your mind?
It just shows the trust we have in this locker room, the brotherhood we have. We were able to band together and get a drive when we needed to. We had a bunch of guys come up clutch. You saw Jess, you saw TJ, you saw JP, you saw Jay, and they all came in clutch. They were huge for us, and we were able to get that win.
Was there a kind of feeling on the sideline that we see the defense keep giving us these opportunities? If they give us one more, we know we can finish this off? Because you had to have seen things all day that you were just like, we're just right there missing on these.
Yeah, I think we're chomping at the bits. Just little stuff here and there. We were ready to take advantage of the moment. It was just one.
How about for yourself, that touchdown play? Was that something you guys drew up in the cornfield out there this week, or has that been something that's been around for a while?
Yeah, they brewed it up. They saw a look that they were ready to take advantage of, and came to fruition. It was awesome.
You can't give us any background on how long you've been practicing that one?
They saw it. We started game planning this week, and that's when they saw it and brought it to us, and it was exactly how they drew it up.
What did you think when you heard that, okay, if we do this play, it's coming to you? How makes that you anticipate, like, yeah, you know what, this is something I hope happens?
Yeah, like I said, it was exactly how they drew it up. Props to KO West. They saw it on film, and when they called in the game, it was exactly what they thought it was going to be. So that's huge.
How do you not tip your hand on a play like that when you know it's coming to you? Because you've got to obviously ramp up a little more internally.
Yeah, that's football. You get excited over certain things, but you gotta wait for the moment to happen. So,
how about this season for you to this point, and how it's built up, and you've become almost an every down tight end for this club?
Oh yeah, I'm just doing what I'm called upon, trying to take advantage of every opportunity I get.
and just trying to be there for my teammates.
Can you share how difficult this week was for the offensive line? Because you guys are asked to chip and to help out on occasion. How tough was it for that group to sit and try and figure this out 1,000 miles or however many miles it is from here to Minneapolis?
Yeah, I think that's a question you'd have to ask them, but props to them for stepping up, being that next man up mentality that KO always preaches. They were where their feet were and were able to handle everything out there.
And then finally for you, just about getting this win and getting to go home over 500, how big a boost could this be moving forward?
Oh, I think it's huge. We really needed this one. We were scratching and clawing, and we were able to find a way to get that win. So it's a big thing for us.
How did this team keep it together, even though it had to be one of the most frustrating games you've played in a long time?
That kind of shows you what type of team we are, what type of guys we have in this locker room. We all trust each other. That's the biggest thing. Obviously, we had some guys, down. We had to come up. The next man stepped up. I think all the guys, that stepped up did an unbelievable job. And about this team, like I said, we're gonna fight to the end. So I love everything about that.
Was your mentality in that fourth quarter, if we give them nothing, this offense will get it done? Were you telling those guys when you're switching that, here you go, boys, it's right here for you?
Definitely on the defensive side. I knew, we had to go up and, press. And there's no more time, for them to get anything. And that was we all said it to each other. We knew what it was. So, obviously when they ran the ball, we try to make sure everyone gets to the ball and all those little details matter. But just to have a defense like this, guys working together on the same page, we could really do something.
So when you guys left the ball on the field for the offense with 2 minutes to go, were you walking off the field telling them, there you go, get this win for us, boys?
I definitely sat on the bench comfortable. We got guys out there I know that's going to go make plays. You got just big leaders on our offense. Obviously Jets making, the catches he make. You got our tight ends working, our running back, quarterback making good. So we have a whole, just sitting there, just relaxed, just knowing they're going to go make a play.
So were you pretty confident all day that we're going to get this done? This could be one of the ugliest things we've done in a while, but it's sweet when it comes up as a W.
Definitely, confidence level would never fall with us, especially being on the defensive side. You can't have no low confidence out there. But just know, we had to fight. It was definitely a good game. They're a good team. Obviously, they had guys on offense, guys on defense, but we just knew we had to battle all 4 quarters. We knew what this kind of game was, so I'm just glad we got the dub and get out of here. Yes, sir.
And last thing, when that crowd exploded, it was all Browns kind of all day. Viking fans were kind of quiet. You could hear the difference. There was a heck of a lot of your guys behind you.
You could definitely hear the skull chant, and I just loved it. It kind of gave me chills. That's that energy to have, just to hear that. Obviously in London, it was a big blessing to come out here, obviously to play in front of our fans as well. But the skull chant was really rocking in there, and we got to keep that going because that energy definitely rubs off on us.
All right, last one for you. How big is this to go? I mean, obviously, if you didn't come up on the short end, the season's not over. But how big a win is this for this team moving forward?
Definitely big. Like I said, we're going into the bye week, so it was this type of game. We knew we could come put it all in. Everybody, just put it all in. We got a bye week next week. We knew that, but we got to focus on this week, just going 1-0. That was our mentality going into this week. So we got the job done, and that's what matters. So yeah, just excited to get this win, but now we got to still get back to work and get ready for the next one.
And I bet you'll be 1-0 in the bye week too.
Definitely 1-0 in the bye week. We're definitely going to win the bye. Yes, sir.
Perfect.